This is Jeremiah 21 and 6. And it says, I will smite the inhabitants of the city, both man and beast. They shall die of great pestilence. I want to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. Double honors to the apostle elders, a great millstone who rule well. And salutations to all you brothers out there pushing this word in love, truth, sincerity, and humility. Once again, it's the brother Shot there from the Chicago camp, coming back to you with what I hope is another quick and edifying sit down. Once again, this is Jeremiah 21 and 6. And I will smite the inhabitants of the city, both man and beast. They shall die of a great pestilence. In this video, this precept was inspired by two videos, but one in particular covered by Dabu7. And if you brothers aren't subscribed to this guy's channel, I highly suggest you do it. He has a lot of great videos that are short in their length, so you get a lot of good information in a short period of time. And this video in particular is about 2 minutes and 37 minutes long, and it says hundreds of animals drop dead in China after being poisoned by virus disinfectant. So I'm gonna let this play, get some precepts, and then we're gonna close this out.
This is Dabu7. We have been asking the question left and right. What is it exactly that China is spraying on the masses? There's a lot of guesses, and that seems to be about it. As people want to say there's alcohol and water and certain percentages, and they're just going off of headlines of stuff they've read. We have no concrete proof of anything printed out from any agency stating what they are using. And seeming that this is coming out of China, you're going to be hard-pressed to ever get that information. It's going to remain a mystery. Well, I'm here to tell you that whatever it is, isn't just alcohol and water they're spraying in the sky. It is a concoction. They've admitted there are several different things that are in this. Huge clouds of this being dumped on cities, inside of buildings, on the people and animals alike. But what's in the tanks? That is the question that keeps coming up. What is in it? Now, there's a smell of disinfectant and bleach tied into it, which definitely could be mixed in there. But they don't want to give away the other ingredients. Well, some of these other ingredients are causing animals to drop dead left and right in droves. And this is kind of an across-the-board type of thing here, as 17 different species of animals have been discovered deceased in connection with this. There's a lot going on here. But when I start to see this tells me that they're using massive amounts of this chemical substance in areas that, where the people may be able to run away or close doors and to get away from this stuff. Animals have no clue. So they're just sitting there, they're inhaling this stuff, and it's proving to be very deadly. So I just wanted to throw this out there and let it be known that even though we don't have answers, and we may never get those answers as to what the chemicals are inside of those tanks, it's definitely deadly in the sense that it's poisoning animals en masse. So I will leave a link, and I'm going to continue to update on this whole situation as I get information.
And there you have it. All right. This coronavirus is raging on in such a matter that not only is it killing off the people, but it's killing off the animals. These folks are trying so hard to keep everything clean to the point that now the animals are dying. Once again, this is Jeremiah 21 and 6. Now, granted, you know what? Let me just read it. This is Jeremiah 21 and 6 again. It says, and I will smite the inhabitants of the city, both man and beast. They shall die of a great pestilence. Now, granted, this was talking about Israel, but you have to remember, as stated in Deuteronomy, the 30th chapter and the 7th verse, it said that, and Yahweh thy power will put all these curses upon thy enemies and on them that hate thee, which have persecuted thee. And one of those nations, I shouldn't say one, but the offspring of Lot, those nations have had a hand in our oppression. All right, what is that? I'm not sure if that's in Maccabees, where it said what one nation have not gotten in her spoils. So you better believe that the offspring of Lot, they have had a hand in our oppression. The Japanese, the Chinese, North Koreans, South Koreans, the Mongolians, so on and so forth. All those nations have either had a hand in our oppression physically, or they have profited off our oppression. And because of that, now the Lord is putting these curses on them and their animals, destroying them and wiping them off the land. Because this was one of the curses that were done to the Israelites when you go to Deuteronomy 28, and I'm going to start at 58. And it says, if thou wilt not observe to do all the words of this law that are written in this book, that thou mayest fear this glorious and fearful name, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, then Yahweh will make thy plagues wonderful, and the plagues of thy seed, even great plagues, and of long continuance, and sore sickness, and of long continuance. And you know what? Let me get that word wonderful. Okay. Went too far. So this is Deuteronomy 28 and 59. This is Pala. I'm sure it's Pala.
Strong's H 6381. Pala. Pala.
So Pala means to be marvelous, be wonderful, be surpassing, to be extraordinary, separate by distinguishing action, to be beyond one's power, be difficult to do, to be difficult to understand, to be wonderful, to be extraordinary, marvelous, to separate, to do extraordinary or hard or difficult thing, to make wonderful, do wondrously, to show oneself wonderful or marvelous. And the Strong's definition says to distinguish, by implication to be, caused to make great, difficult, wonderful, to accomplish, hard hitting, things too high, marvelous, miracles, perform, separate, make singular, be great or make wonderful or wondrous. Wow. So when you look at this definition, that word is perfect to the T. All right, because the Lord is making this plague marvelous and wonderful, surpassing the understanding of many of the people in this entire world. This plague is extraordinary in the sense that, one, in the course of 2 months, it's already in China, it's in Japan, North Korea, South Korea, the United States, Italy, and Iran. And that's as far as I know. And this has all happened in the span of less than 2 months. In less than 2 months, this plague has gone across the world. Not only that, this plague is so magnificent, as the definition says, is so wondrous, it's so extraordinary by what it does, because it's only affecting the offspring of Lot. So much to the point where there's now videos coming up on the internet that are stating that if someone's infected with the coronavirus, if it gets to the point where they become asymptomatic. That's just a fancy medical term meaning they don't display any symptoms. All right, they're symptom free. Just because they display no symptoms, once they have the coronavirus, they can still spread it to other people. So you have a situation where now you have the offspring of Lot becoming infected with a disease that even if they're treated and they become asymptomatic, they can still spread it to people. Not only that, they've put themselves in a position where they have to be permanently quarantined because you can't let them back out. You can't send them back to the job or back to their house or back to their families or have them traveling all over the world. You can't do that. They're going to infect other people. Not only that, if you get infected, if the symptoms of the coronavirus appear again, there was one video that said you will die of heart complications because the meds that you took in the treatment of this virus when you first contacted it, they're so I should say they take such a toll on the organs of the body, like the heart, the kidneys, the liver, but particularly the heart, that they just say, yo, you die of heart complications because the what's in these medications are so strong that they just kill you. They just kill you. I mean, if that's not a wonderful work that's beyond the comprehension and scope and capacity of man, I don't know what is. So let's continue. And it says that, verse 60, that moreover, he will bring upon thee all the diseases of Egypt which thou wast afraid of, and they shall cleave unto thee. Also every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of this law, then will Yahweh bring upon thee until thou be destroyed. And isn't this disease cleaving unto the offspring of Lot until they be destroyed, until they be wiped off the land, man and beast? And I want to get that word cleave too. So verse 60, we're going to go to cleave.
Strong's H 1692. Davak. Davak. And the form just below that, Davak. Davak.
It's really debak. But nonetheless, it says to cleave, to stick, stay close, cleave, keep close, stick. To stick with, follow closely, join to, overtake. Now, what did the Lord say? He's going to put these curses upon thee. When you go to, what was it? Deuteronomy, the 5th, 28 and 15. Overtake thee until thou be destroyed. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, to observe to do all his commandments and statutes which I command thee to this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. They will cleave unto thee. And this coronavirus is cleaving to the offspring of Lot. They can't shake this thing, figuratively or literally. Like I said, once they get it, they're stuck with it. They are on permanent quarantine. This virus is raged on in a way so much to the point where now the precautions that are being taken to make sure that people stay clean and disinfected and virus free is now killing the animals. Hey, the Lord is doing a very, very mighty work. on the offspring of Lot. As I said, the Lord's just beginning. We're not even through February. This is what, the 22nd or the 23rd, something like that. This is only the second month. God only knows what's going to happen once we get to June. So, hey, but this is what happens when you have a hand in the oppression of the apple of the Lord's eye. It gets to a point where eventually the Lord said, hey, now it's time for you to pay this trick bill. And the offspring a lot are paying that trick bill in the form of this coronavirus. Oh, man. That Wuhan got them all in check. That's a little joke for you old school hip hop people who used to listen to old school rap with Busta Rhymes. But nonetheless, hopefully this lesson was edifying. Once again, giving all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostle elders, a great millstone who rule well. And salutations to all you brothers out there pushing this work in love, truth, sincerity, and humility. With that, we're going to say shalom.